guys? Welcome back to another week of current events. It's your two favorite hosts, Mr. Bombeck and Mr. Kruger. So let's jump right into the news. As you guys have heard, COVID-19 is pretty bad in Grand Island. Top 3 percentage-wise in the United States. So they were doing free COVID tests to anyone that thinks they might be exposed at Fauner Park last Thursday and Saturday. They ran out of tests on Thursday by noon. That many people wanted to get tested to see if they had it or not. You might know some family members that got tested or not, or maybe even yourself, but it's definitely a scary time. So make sure you're wearing that mask, staying home as much as you can.
I know what you guys are thinking. Is all of the news always about the coronavirus? And the answer is no. Just released in this last week, the United States government issued 3 different video clips that were considered classified that they moved to unclassified that they call unidentified aerial phenomenons, meaning they can't explain what these pictures are. They were taken from Navy pilots from the year 2005 and the year 2015, and they were just released. The question is, why now? Do you think it maybe has to do with taking off all the attention off the coronavirus? I don't know. Do you believe in aliens now? News of the week. Now, I know what you guys are thinking. You're like, oh my gosh, you look good every week. And the answer is right, obviously. Now, we have our nice jackets, we have our nice shirts on, all right? People always wondering, are you wearing pants? I don't know. On Good Morning America, a newscast from home showed the world that he wasn't wearing actual pants. I don't know. Something you'll just never know.
Coming to you with your second dumb news story of the week. The guy's from Colorado, so that kind of explains a little bit. So, a guy in Colorado won a $1 million lottery twice in one day. You might wonder how he did that. He bought 2 tickets with the same numbers and hit his luck. Is that dumb or just dumb luck? You tell me. President Trump made a pretty outlandish remark this week. He asked his doctors if they've tried injecting disinfectant to kill COVID-19. Injecting disinfectant into your body would kill you. President Trump was also confused why there was an increase of calls to the poison hotline. I wonder why. So, the FDA has asked the hand sanitizing companies to make their product taste a little worse. Don't eat hand sanitizer, you Tide Pod eaters.
Question for you guys. Who is the Vice President of the United States? Mike Pence. Mike Pence got himself in a little bit of trouble this last week due to visiting the Mayo Clinic in Rochester, Minnesota, visiting people there, and not wearing a mask. Check out this photo here. In this photo, you'll see that everybody else is wearing a mask besides him, so there's a public outcry. Why aren't you following the same advice that the main medical officials are giving out? There was such a huge outcry that the very next day, he was visiting General Motors in Detroit, and he was found wearing a mask there. So, your opinion does matter. This next story is brought to you by Duck Dynasty. Willie Robertson, the CEO of Duck Dynasty, great show if you haven't ever seen it. His house had a drive-by shooting where 13 bullets were shot at his house, went through his son's bedroom, but thank God no one was injured. What they found out later in an hour, a 38-year-old man was charged with attempted murder. But don't worry, everyone's okay and they can still be happy. How's that? No, she doesn't work for us. No. What? She's not a reporter? Whatever. Breaking news from Miss Kramer.
Hi, this is Miss Kramer. I'm reporting live from my backyard. Welcome. I'm going to do a little news story on what teachers are up to these days, since we don't get to see you kids.
We like to hang out in our lavish...
Parks are currently closed. We practice our tennis moves at our homes. Since we have a lot more time on our hands, we really take our lawn care into consideration. Instead of mowing, we're now cutting our lawns with scissors. It may take a while, but you put on a good song. My friends and I, we practice our social distancing. Even Prescott here too. He knows to stay away from the bobbleheads. We watch a lot of Netflix. What do I want to watch? Maybe the usual. Let's see what Michael Scott's up to. We also spent a lot of money on weird things, like the Dino costume, the George Washington costume, the Dino 2 costume, and many more. Some of us are even doing our best to become TikTok famous. Cause I'm savage, classy, bougie, ratchet. When you think your teachers aren't being productive, they really are. Those things that I highlighted are very important to our lives. We're also making sure that you're getting your education. So I hope you stay healthy. I hope you stay well. We miss you, and have a great summer.
It's your favorite segment, Dad Joke of the Week. Have you guys heard about the Flat Earthers? Yeah, they're crazy. But it's a little concerning at this time with the COVID-19. They're scared that this social distancing might push people over the edge.
Gosh, I made a mistake. Guys, we forgot to talk about a major current event from fall. Did you know that there was a kidnapping at Walnut? Don't worry, he woke up. Well, we are definitely different people. I, for instance, I'm awesome. You guys are terrible human beings. But even at that, we still have a lot of things in common. Top answers from Mount Rushmore from last week: Dr. Pepper, peach tea, chocolate milk, and lemonade. Those are all great. Mount Rushmore this week. Fruit. Okay? Underrated. Fruit is great. All right? You've got vegetables, I'm out on. All right? But fruit, there will never be a vegetable Mount Rushmore. But a fruit one, I'm up there. It is awesome. Okay. Number one, raspberries. Love raspberries. I grew up in a house where we had raspberry bushes, and then my mom made the best raspberry jam. Cannot beat it. Raspberries, number one by far. Number two, strawberries. Love strawberries. You put that with some ice cream, vanilla ice cream with some strawberries. Amazing. Chocolate and strawberries. I mean, come on. Great fruit. Number three, watermelon. Nothing says summer like watermelon. All right. Even a bad watermelon is just like, oh, all right. It's kind of watery. Whatever. Okay. And fourth, a great peach. All right. Like those peaches too. Those are mine. Mr. Bombeck, what are yours?
Mr. Kruger, those are some very good choices. My top four, number one, peaches. By far the best, except my daughter doesn't like them. Number two, pears. Those two are pretty close tied. Number three, bananas. Really made a strong push later on in life. Maybe I'm getting old. And number four, apples, except the green ones. Those are gross.
We've been alternating a little bit between cute baby stuff and cute elderly thing. This next one is a great story. This 94-year-old man from England lost his wife 9 months ago, and he's been struggling mourning her death. He sleeps every night with a photo of her right next to him. His caregiver in the retirement home made a pillow with the picture of his wife on it. Check out this great video.
Hello?
I got you a present.
Hey?
I got you a present.
What's that, darling? Ah! Oh! Oh! Oh, oh, that's so... Oh! Oh, lady! Oh! Oh, darling! Let me see, Ken.
Show us what you've got, Ken.
Let me see what you. Oh,
Look at
Ken,
that!
how beautiful!
Oh!
How beautiful!
Oh! Oh,
There
dear!
you are.
Oh my God!
I thought that might be a bit better than your photograph.
Oh! Come in!
Guys, there is something really important coming up in the United States. The primaries. You probably don't understand because you're not 18 yet. But once you're 18, make sure you sign up to vote. So the primaries are ways to get people into the next election to actually get office. So like the president, the United States Senate, the House of Representatives, the state Senate, things like that. However, there is a big increase in mail-in ballots going out to people because they do not want people going out to the polling stations. However, even with COVID-19 going on, they're still going to have the polling stations open. So now they're sending out cards to people to sign up to work at the polling stations for $9 an hour. The reason is because a lot of old people usually work at these polling stations, and as we know, old people really don't want to be out at these times. So make sure you tell your parents to either get their mail-in ballot in or go vote. Mr. Kruger, watch out!
You're looking at Porky here, obviously a pig. We're living in a crazy world right now where meat packing plants are shutting down, beef and pigs are shutting down. The debate is what to do with the animals. If the meat packing plants aren't taking the animals, where are they going to go? There's been thousands of pigs that have been killed due to nowhere to go with the food. This is going to lead to food shortages in the future. Not a great place. And don't worry, Mr. Bombeck, this is a friendly pig.
Just like in the classroom, you guys never forget. And because you never forget, you know one of my shows is Parks and Rec. Okay, Parks and Rec just issued a coronavirus episode. Out of nowhere, they've been gone for 5 years. They come back with a coronavirus episode for a fundraiser to feed America. That's why that is a great show.
Ba-da-dum, ba-da-dum. Live sports are returning in May. Well, kinda. NASCAR has announced that starting May 17th, they will continue their racing season. I grew up watching NASCAR because my grandpa liked it, so I'm a little excited because at least there's live sports going on. Also, Cam Akers, Rookie of the Year, don't at me, Mr. Kruger.
You know what? I've had it. I'm tired of people not doing what they're supposed to. All right, I'm coming at you like Jordan in the 90s. Talking about Jordan in the 90s, the Chicago Bulls and The Last Dance. It's been on ESPN as the highest grossing show ever in ESPN that's not actual live sports. And viewers and the live, plus more because Netflix is involved and they're showing it through Netflix around the world besides the United States, and no one has no idea on those numbers. Right? Great show. Go Chicago. Boom.
There are some teachers out there that put in more effort than other teachers, like making news broadcasts each week for their students. You know, it'd be a good way to recognize them. The Grand Island Public Schools Teacher of the Year. You can find that on the Google form that we will share on the Google Classroom. Once again, you guys have been rocking it. You've been killing it. So keep it up, flatten the curve, and as always, go Cougs!